know.
Again, I stand by what I say. The stream is scuffed. This is our first, scuffed stream.
I want to say we are down Shannon for tonight, so our lovely rogue is missing.
Did you take her off the screen?
See, this is what happens when she's not here. It's just
on Roll20, he took Farah off the screen.
She's still there for me.
We are horribly imbalanced.
He put her back.
Anyway,
they can't see Roll20, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It was for you guys, not for them. I don't do everything for the audience. Some things are just for you. Anyway, introductions should be in order. Hi, I'm Jasper, the Dungeon Master of Magic the Dungeoning, joined here by 4 of my 5 lovely players. Will, who is playing Calden.
Hello.
Malgan, who is being played by Sean.
Oi.
Danny, who is being played by Seren. Wait.
I'm sorry, Shani. Is that... Hi, everybody. I'm Shani. Nice to meet you.
Isn't that your character, the other one?
That was
from last time.
That was Shania, I believe.
That was Shania. That was from our one-shot when we were participating in Predators for Change, which was a very successful... Yes, actually was a very successful event, and I don't have the final number. I know they posted it, but they met their goal handily. So
the normal streaming got all the way up to $3,200, and then Alan of Mental Misplay matched it for a grand total of $6,400 donated to the Crisis Text line.
Damn!
Hey!
And we were more than happy to be a part of that. It was a great grand experience, and we are very thankful.
Right.
Shout out to Light, Alice, Evelyn, Sadriana, and Elle for everything they do over there, and we are more than happy to be a part of the next one, of course, as well.
All right. Okay. Yeah. The one shot apparently burned me out more than I thought. It was a week ago, but damn, my DMing juice is gone.
I will say, by grace, save our poor frazzled DM. Hi, everybody. My name is Danny, or Lady of Gem. I play Seren.
And last but not least, we have Ryan, who will be playing Merrick.
Your resident wolf boy is back.
I like how he said he'll be playing Merrick as if we have a choice to play each other's characters, because if that's the case, I want to be Farah.
It's so cool. I want to play Merrick. I will let myself go one form. I'll just hook up.
Hey, Merrick's mine. I've had my character swap with someone before in a previous campaign. I fucking hated it. No.
Oh, rip.
I did that because I'm an a-hole.
What made it worse is I just made the character, so I didn't even get to play it first.
Ooh.
That's what made me furious about it.
Did I have you and Jasper switch? I think I even switched you with the pacifist character too.
No, you had me switch with Kels.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Anyway, it's session night, Sunday, May 28th, last of the month. 3rd of the month, 2nd of the month, whatever.
Whenever you may be seeing this, we're filming this.
We are filming this live. You will not be watching it live as there is a delay on Twitch. The words coming out of my mouth will have a few moments of delay, so this isn't the present. This is, in fact, the past. This is why I don't drink these before session.
I shouldn't drink them at all. They're toxic.
Okay, while Jasper's getting ready, quick recap for last section. The group is on Lucia. It is suffering from an enchantment known as the Vibe. I believe I have that correct. Or the Riz, whatever they're calling it nowadays.
The
Vibe. It's the Vibe. So basically, we're stuck on a plane that is under a constant, elation, and everybody does everything in excess. So we've seen people drinking themselves to the point of getting sick. I assume, have seen people doing illegal substances. In-game Twitch.
Surprisingly, the most illegal substance you've seen is like cigarette smoke.
Really interesting. Okay. And we've actually, the biggest thing that happened last session was we got to see people experience what this vibe does to them. Merrick partaked in alcohol, and Farah partaked in the atmosphere. The two of them were eventually brought back under their own senses, and we met up with the master of the the Rave. Yes, the Master of the Rave, who turned out to be our good friend Kefkin. And unfortunately, we found out that he's actually enjoying everything that he's doing, even after we broke his hold over the vibe. We are hoping that that eventually Kefkin will have either seen the error of his ways, or the group might actually be starting to question if they're doing the right thing at all. Because Calden definitely feels that way.
Addiction is one hell of a thing, ain't it?
It is. And also, Malgan breakdance. He put those Blade Dancer moves to good use.
I can't remember what role.
Blade Singer, sorry.
I also was riding the crowd.
It was
crowd surfing.
I'm just glad everyone's enjoying Lucia in their own way.
Enjoying is a strong word.
I have the full theory that the first time we get into combat on this plane, that Calden is going to form a baseball bat, but not on purpose. I think the Paradox Perfected forms its own weapon based upon the plane I'm on.
We did the addiction thing. We found out that he was addicted, and then what else happened?
We also found out that he's got a strained relationship with his family, which is really hard to say. He did mention his mother and I believe a sister. Father. And we realized that Kefkin has pretty much been the picture-perfect child, or has had to be the picture-perfect child his entire life. He hasn't seen his mother or father for years. Specifically brought up his mother for that one. And Calden feels guilty about what he has to do. Though, he did get us an entrance into a gala to go see the Master of
Curio.
The Curio. And I questioned, because we've seen his image, if those wings are a part of him or a part of the jacket. So that is important, because Calden, pretty good at hunting down Fae creatures.
Oh, you're
very good. I would say there was one other kind of big thing that happened last session. Someone, I'm not going to name names, used Grim Psychrometry.
Twice.
Oh, yeah. And Calden and Merrick shared an intimate moment, but not in the way you think.
Nah. Don't be like that.
Also, Seren is on the floor.
Oh, that's right. You tried to go back home and were rejected.
Yes, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of dots were connected, and I believe now it's been confirmed that whatever entity is leaving these shadow artifacts all over the multiverse is somehow connected to Seren's home plane.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's
And we cannot forget the fact that fucking Paxir and Jiraiya
that hasn't happened yet.
I know, but it pisses me off. I hate
Watch the one shot. Watch the one shot. Watch the one shot.
Spoilers.
Spoiler warning, I'm angry.
Spoiler warning for a charity stream.
Spoiler warning, Sean and I's characters would be a hell of a team.
Grip 'em and rip 'em.
So.
But like, rest in peace, not like... Because, you know, he deals necrotic damage.
Grab them and then they're dead, yes.
Grip 'em and rip 'em. But anyway, that's all in the past, future, past is prologue. Where we left off was, I believe, on our good friend Seren. On the floor.
Calden was triaging because he didn't know if anything bad happened to her. So, like, realistically, what he would be doing is, like, checking for wounds. But she just looks emotionally scarred, right?
Malgan is currently holding her in her arms as she is screaming into the floor.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boop-a-doop-boo. I think this is the right map. It is. There is music playing. Uh-oh.
Is there not supposed to be?
No, I mean, like, for a second I was like, am I the only one who can hear that?
Nope, I can hear it.
The stream can hear it. I'm not crazy.
With the music? What? What did I miss?
Oh, there we go.
Now I can't hear it.
Oh no, Jasper gave me a dark mode to make a thing to make everything dark mode, and now Roll20 is gunking up for me. How do I turn it off?
Mine's yelling at me for not updating Google.
Absolutely
Chrome.
scuffed stream.
It really is. We have not had this scuffed of a stream since we
started. Yeah.
Started.
Who knew that Shannon was secretly the keystone?
Shannon
I
knew.
don't think that's the case. But
Listen. I'm not big on coincidence. But anyway, Seren.
I mean, Will's still lagging.
Seren, you've just come collapsing to the ground before Malgan, and he has taken the opportunity to comfort you. From across the room, Calden and Sypha, and Farah, notice this planeswalk that results in a rebound, so to speak. The next thing you see is Seren wailing on the floor, and that's where we'll pick up.
After a few moments, she just comes to a quiet silence and is just kind of like just sagging within your arms, Malgan, as if she just doesn't have the energy anymore.
I'd say Malgan would pick you up, but I don't think he can. I can't move you. I just can't hold you.
Yeah.
That's all
I come over.
We walk over.
I'd say I pick her up and move her to the couch. Is there a couch? Oh, there's a bed here. I move her to the bed.
Seren, do you allow yourself to get picked up?
Actually, I called and kneels down. He goes, I was going to put you on the bed. Is that okay?
She kind of just gives a heavy nod.
Calden picks her up, and while Calden does move her over to the bed, Calden takes the time to he does the same thing he did on Tulash, where he kind of cycles mana between the two of them to try to zen her out. It's not a calm emotions, but it's an attempt to rebalance her feelings.
Give me
a
general
bring her
charisma roll. Actually.
Okay. A general charisma roll. Nope.
It's not very much helping. I mean, Seren, you do feel the intent to be comforted, but this is bad from your perspective. Very, very bad. And it's kind of had this chilling effect on your
I set her down on the bed, and as I put the covers over her, Calden just says, "We'll talk when you're ready, if you ever are." And that's when I would go back over to Malkin, because I leave her alone so that she can lay down on the bed.
Any response, Seren?
She can't. Seren is staring openly and wide-eyed into the ceiling with an expression that she just discovered the meaning of life, and it's crumbling around her as she tries to wrestle with the consequences of what everything means, what it entails, and what she has promised to answer.
Interesting choice of word.
And what she might have to answer truthfully.
Calden says, "Do you want me to make you a croissant?"
Croissant.
I was just.
I
was about to say tea.
Yeah, Calden goes back over to Malkin and he just says, "Do you know what happened?"
Yes.
Care to share then?
I think it'd be better if she told you. If you guys don't know.
She just kind of like makes a weak kind of like wave off motion of like she doesn't care anymore.
Oh. Okay.
She tries to figure out things in her own mind.
Everyone, so we don't disturb her. Let's move her this way. And I motion for everybody to move to the other side. Is this a kitchen area over here?
I don't think that's necessary.
Kinda. You can tell it has the intent of a kitchen.
I start making croissants.
They might be a bit short on flour, but not yeast. Plenty of yeast for some reason.
I'm gonna ask Yen if they have tea.
I start pulling things out of the cupboard and cabinet to make something.
Yen walks up to you, places a gentle hand on your shoulder, and just kind of like shakes her head. And then she points to a different cabinet.
Oh, thank you. I move over to the cabinet next to the one she pointed to because I wasn't paying full attention. So I open up the one just to the left of it and I go, that one. Close it, open it up, and I see exactly everything I'm looking for.
A couple of cups, not in super great condition, and what seems to be like a rudimentary kettle.
I take that out, and I have cooking utensils with me. I'm proficient in them, for what it's worth.
I asked Yen if she had tea.
There is some kind of liquid here that I can make.
She nods yes.
A thumbs up means yes.
Okay. But then she makes like this motion.
I make something for everybody. And I just go ahead.
I was going to explain what happened. As she seems to want that to happen. So she tried planeswalking home.
I've never seen it reject.
She said she hasn't tried in a while.
Tried in a while means she can't get back home?
Yes.
I think Calden like stares past Malkin at Seren and just kind of like it's a sad look of like he's lived 1,000 lives and he would not know how that felt. Every Calden could have gotten back home. I think the only thing we can do is let her ride this out. She's strong. She'll come back around. I know her.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go back and comfort. I don't think distance is what's needed.
I hand you 2 cups of tea.
I'll grab the tea-ish stuff.
Yeah. It's one for you and one for Seren.
It's like mint tea.
Oh. She's going to take
the greenest of tea.
She's going to take the tea and slowly sit up. And she's going to look directly at Sypha, expectantly.
As soon as Sypha feels eyes on her, she turns.
She looks like she's lived hundreds and hundreds of years. And she kind of gives a nod. Ask your question, Sypha.
Is there anything we can do to help? Actively?
No.
Or is this just a sad matter of fact?
She smiles wryly. I think I may be the most knowing person back home now.
What do you mean by that?
Back when you saved me from all of that damage, back when those assassins were blocking us from getting to the Timekeeper, you made me promise you that I would answer your question.
You know, it's been a little bit of a while for me. I completely forgot about that.
Oh.
Everything else going on just seems so much more important with Kefkin and my home plane. It was, no offense, not particularly worried about, prying into your business.
I honestly ask because I do not know where to start, what to answer. I truly am lost, and I need a direction to start.
Okay, and then Sci-Fi kind of looks to the group. Are any of us in danger? Immediate danger.
Immediate? And she looks at you and Merrick.
Or long term.
Immediate? No. A farther out danger. Perhaps. You two have already seemed to have found each other.
What do you mean, perhaps?
Merrick's head actually perks up there because he's got the sensitive hearing. Merrick's listening intently. He's just not saying it.
I think we all are at this point.
Yeah, deep down, Merrick knows this has something to do with him.
And as does Calden.
What are we in danger from, exactly?
Amore Solta.
More what?
Can you spell that, please?
MORA apostrophe, not apostrophe, dash, SULTA.
Mora Salta.
You.
That's where Merrick actually pipes up and says, "That's a name." That catches my. That's a name I haven't heard before.
A title, truly.
People and their titles.
It is what my people called him a millennia ago.
Merrick actually walks over to Seren now.
She takes the warm cup of tea and she slowly sips it. The More Salta, or I guess what in common terms were what my people referred as the moon god of our plane. An invader who came with his son a long, long time ago. For a long while, they were but observers of our plane. They watched from afar, and my people were wary and avoidant, but they never seemed to do anything of...
They never seemed aggressive?
Not at first.
Can you describe what they looked like?
The images are vague. They are of legend far before my time. The depictions show a hooded figure with purple markings. And his son, who...
Jasper, would I be able to make a, I guess, common knowledge check? Basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to figure out like if that what Seren's describing to me is the person who I saw in both mine and Cypher's visions.
Given the context of the night so far, no roll needed.
All right.
Okay.
Wow, that gives me an answer I didn't know I was ready to take.
Do you know if Mora Salta has a name?
We've only ever called him by the Lord of Solta. And eventually when he not came to power, he was so strong and vast. We all just associated him as a god. Him and his son, who we referred as the Arasolta.
Does
The son of a god. The god of the sun and the god of the moon.
okay? So that's what the translation of Mora Salta would be: is sun god and moon god.
Mora Salta is the moon god. The Arasolta is the sun god.
Interesting.
I love that his son is the sun god.
What is your plane called?
Marius. My home is called Amirius.
Now, this is Will asking, did our conversation about us going there, we would be killed, was that out of character or in character?
Oh, that was out of character.
It was out of character. Okay.
Yeah,
I could not remember.
It was during a after party.
Right.
Okay. So then Calden would say,
You weren't able to go back. That's just what happened? Am I understanding that?
A long time ago, these invaders that were so elusive towards us eventually became more. The Aratsolta, he grew tired of... We don't really know exactly what his motive was. He eventually grew hungry for power. He promised... God, there's so much.
It's okay. Take your time. It's not like we don't have all night.
Over time, the sun god, the Aratsolta, he came to crave power and decided that we were his for the taking. He started abducting my people to join within his empire. And the ones that became a part of him, the Aratvie, they became his offspring over a long period of time. Those are the song bearers, as would be their common tongue. And she gestures Darneth, the warrior bards. Our duality. We are known as the Star Seekers, the Morave. Morave. These names are complicated. I'm so sorry, Paul.
Has to look at her own notes for the plane that she took down.
The Morave. They,
In her defense, like sometimes some of the names can be.
Oh, I know. I like don't get me wrong. It took me.
Creates my entire own plane with really harsh names. And
Oh, why do you think Toxic's named the way that it is? I was just like, instead of a C, it's a Q.
Yeah, right.
Hey, listen. These names could have been harder. We could have pulled from Central American naming nomenclature and just been like, oh, he's the Tamolcan.
That would have been so much easier.
He's the fromage.
I'm not as great as storytelling as my father or the other song bearers, but overall, the sun god came and stole our people away. And as doing so, his father, the moon god, I don't know if it was compassion or what of not, but he stood up to the sun god, told him that he cannot do this as far as our legends go. There was a clash between them. A clash that broke apart my plane. Chunks of my plane were ripped into the ether, and it was never quite the same. Our people either were fled or captured.
And I assume you're one of the ones that fled and...
Well,
my people came later.
Ah.
How it goes is... This is a very complicated, I'm so sorry. There are 5 of us. 5 clans in total. The Arachin, the Sunbleached. The Moravier, us, the Starseekers. The Aratvier, the Songbearers. The Endakun, Elder Claws. And the Salatsun. Closest we can, I guess, in your terms would be, they are the science folk. And the closest to our original, which was the Un.
The Un?
That was our original people before everything broke apart. The ones that were captured became... They're the ones who became the song bearers, the ones under the rule of the sun god. The others fractured, the ones who could get away. There are ones who extended themselves out to the farthest ring where the planets, the plane that had broken apart, started rotating around. And they hid far away in there. The other ones went through the mirror lake. They went out one end and came out the other to the other side of the plane. And they drove themselves deep within the Silverwood and truly communed with nature and became the lichen folk we know as the Elder Claws.
The lichen folk.
You said lichen?
No relation.
I thought that was weird.
Whereas the original people of the Un, when they broke themselves, one turned to science and innovation to save themselves, and the other ones sacrificed their being and their bodies and their own magic to Emirius itself and transformed themselves in order to protect themselves and their kind. As for my folk didn't come around until years after the subjugation. After the sun god defeated his father and sent him careening off to God knows where, he came back different, cold, He was not the gentle one of the two that he was known to be. The teacher, the mentor, the father figure. He was barely a person anymore.
I think I can figure out how.
Yeah, Calden looks at Merrick.
Merrick just nods. Like, yep.
So, we need to get those things out of you two.
It's not that simple.
I'm about to say, here's a problem. You take mine away, it'll kill me.
No, the thing is, Calden says that he doesn't know how, but he does say it. When he says we need to get those out of you, we have to do it. He doesn't know how. It's not like he can just rip them out of you.
I mean, you could.
I don't think
It would just cost you a Merrick.
Actually, question.
Oh no.
Because you have to be black aligned to use it, right?
Uh-huh.
How about black aligned to transfer it?
You think I'm fucking transferring this thing? Fuck no.
I am multiple people. I might be able to get rid of this thing.
I don't want to get ahead of you, but me and Kefkin were talking about this before.
I'm just throwing out ideas, of course.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
It's
just let my kitty cat out.
more intrinsic than that. As if it's
I figured.
bonded to the soul. At least that's how he describes it.
So, we've got a planeswalker
Who people think is
had
a god.
that got rid of certain parts of his emotions and feelings and being to go back and fight his son, who was a sun god.
I was like phrasing. He is not the literal son.
Oh, God, this is... What would happen, Seren, if, say, just Malgan or I went?
You can't. It's protected at the barrier. A barrier and a spell that was drawn into me and my people. To keep the barrier up forever in Amirius. And to keep them both contained forever.
So do you think if... And I know you're going to be against this. If I were to go, do you think I'd be able to push my way through since I have a piece of him?
Cypher kind of looks at you as like, oh shit, good idea.
Neither of you go anywhere. For a hot second, please.
That's like, you can't stop me.
It may work.
I will say it's just a suggestion, though. You know how I am as a person. I wouldn't do anything to risk hurting you or innocence. I may be able to transform into a monster, but I don't want to become a literal sense of it anymore.
If you were to go back to my home, and the pieces of the sun god were to regain, there is a chance you could break the spell of Amirius. It may open it, yes.
But that also may seal my fate.
Not just yours. All of ours. That spell not only keeps this barrier around Amirius and keeps everyone out, it keeps everyone in.
But you got out.
I am curious on that, how you got out.
You speak as if the plane was sealed in the past before you.
If you don't feel like telling us, I will not force it out of you.
I have theories, but there are theories that are coming to fruition upon realizing that the gods are planeswalkers. And we have written the essence of ancient planeswalkers into our skin. Some of us are born with the essence of a spark.
Well, I would also like to note, don't forget, we all were Force member Ravnica when we started. Well, when we met, I should say. We were all forcefully pulled there against our will. Do you think that played a factor?
No, that is not how that happened.
No? I thought
No, the okay, so the way it's
memory.
described, real quick for lore reasons, the way it's described is Nicol Bolas has Dovin Bond turn on the planar beacon, and when it's turned on, Gideon specifically says it took him a while to get there and be safe about it because it was like drawing moth to a flame. It's not that it forced them there. It's they wanted it there for some reason. Something inside of them said, "Go to Ravnica."
Okay, I
Drawn
always
to
misunderstood
them
it.
instead of
It was the
force.
other way around. The Immortal Sun kept
Trapped
them
us.
there. They couldn't leave. Yes.
Okay, I was following like they were all just pulled there.
No. So the interplayer beacon activated was like pulling moths to a bug zapper, and then when they showed up, he was just like, "Cool, turn on the sun," and then the Immortal
Okay,
Sun
cool.
was just made
All
it
right.
impossible for them
Hey,
to
keep
leave.
me honest. Like sometimes I will get MTG lore mixed up.
Listen, it was like 2016, my guy. Or like what,
No, it
2018?
wasn't. Yeah,
18 or 19.
it wasn't that long ago, but it was longer than you think.
Yeah, 18 or
2019,
19.
May 3rd
Yeah.
was when the set released. That was 4
Yep.
years ago.
That is when I got heavily into Magic.
Oh my god, that was War of the Spark was 4 years ago.
Calden would bring up, Calden's mention on the whole thing is a spark igniting is a crazy event.
Maybe it was the fact that you were part of the Moon God's, whatever, and the fact that you were a planeswalker that let you leave.
That would make sense.
The spell's designed to keep planeswalkers out. But the spark igniting, well, we've all been there. It's intense.
It would make
Tell me
sense.
about it. I was literally on my deathbed.
It would make sense, especially since it was his own spell. He couldn't kill his son. There's speculation on whether it was through emotional connection that he couldn't kill his son, or if the wrath of the sun god really was that strong. He always was the more physically inclined more than the other one. Bright, hot, white mana that sheared all of everything. Upon not being able to kill his only son, he sealed both of them away and gave us the knowledge to keep them sealed forever. If you were all to reconvene, I do fear it may crack our spell, or at least bring you closer. One cannot get out without the other. It was true dual entrapment.
So that means I'm gonna have to figure out a way. No.
I'm sorry. I truly do not know of a way to help you.
Well, you know how to get there. You know where Amirius is, but hypothetically, we're the only ones who can actually get there.
If you were to get there, you would not be met gracefully.
No, I doubt it. I doubt it very much.
Well, if we do end up figuring out how to go there, maybe you can vouch for us or something.
One can hope.
I mean, you are like, daughter of the moon god, right?
Yes.
This story.
The problem is the last time outsiders showed up on that plane, they fought and rendered everything horribly. I don't even know if her vouching for us would even do it.
especially now that I am one of them. The risk factor. The Star Seekers and the Song Bearers, we hold a personal responsibility to protect the rest of the plane. It is our blood that destroyed everything. We are kin to the Sun and Moon Planeswalkers. We hold up the spell. We keep everybody out. We make sure if someone were to come in, they will not get back out. What kind of leader would I be if I brought our doom to us, my people? We'd be failing the Un all over again.
Listen, Seren. I can tell you really want to get back there, and if it's important to you, it's important to me. So, hell or high water, whatever happens, I got your back.
I've already lost my home. There's no reason that someone else should lose theirs.
And, no reason that, some of my, magic can't work on and convince some people otherwise.
I'm undeserving of your friendship.
It's rich hearing that.
Merrick, I need you to understand. I am ashamed.
Of what?
When our realities collided, when I got visions.
That you didn't come to me directly?
Merrick, my first response.
I'm gonna hazard a guess. You wanted to kill me.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Merrick looks at Sype like, not helping.
Listen. Murder isn't a strong emotion. It was obvious. But she didn't do it, so I'm not mad.
Obviously.
Or this could be a really weird dream sequence.
This is a fucking dream sequence to me. Yo, no.
I'd be so upset if this whole campaign was just a dream
We
sequence.
all wake up.
You all wake up in that section of Ravnica where you guys were caved in. And then we do a different campaign.
Merrick just looks at Seren and goes like, regardless of whether you wanted to kill me or not, that was your choice. Whether you made the right one or not, time will tell, unfortunately.
How urgent is it for you to get back to Amirius? It seems like you've got something you've been worrying about this whole time. Or someone's.
Every cycle of the year, once a year, we have an eclipse where the sun and moon meet within the middle. And there is no side of Amirius that is bright, and there is no side of Amirius that is dark anymore. It is all twilight. Upon that, the ones who are naturally marked come together and rejuvenate the spell. One naturally born of the sun god and one naturally born of the moon god.
And let me guess, you're the one of those two.
It is very rare for one of us to be born.
So,
Myself and my fiance, Raban, we were going to be the next in line after my mother and father.
But you're not there.
It's been 30 cycles, 30 years. I can only imagine that my father and my mother are still going strong. I worry about what will happen if I'm not there. I have hundreds of years. We are a long-lived people, but accidents happened, and the Sun Bleach are always watching.
You're worried that
Same.
they might have missed a year?
If the spell weakens too much, the Sun God will break free.
And won't the Moon God break free too? I mean, wouldn't they just trap each other again?
I don't know if the Sun God will fall for the same trick twice. It was a very powerful and complicated spell from the legends. And the Sun God was always so much more powerful than him. That's why he couldn't kill him. That's why he completely got rid of his entire being, his entire personhood. That way he would have the ability to kill his son. And he still couldn't. He could only trap him and himself and his son forever.
Well, that explains the visions we both saw.
That explains the artifacts. That explains pretty much everything.
Visions.
You're talking about what I saw with you as well?
I'm including both Merrick and Cypher's visions.
Yes.
Oh,
we
yeah, that.
saw visions through the heart and my skull that detailed him traveling to other planes and hiding these vestiges away.
Basically, we found out how he made the Atonia and whatever the thing on Tulash was.
To think these invaders could just come and uproot us all that way.
One way to look at it.
It seemed like he had his reasons. In the dream me and Merrick shared, he seemed to just want to raise a family at one point. The Moon God, I mean. He made a promise to a woman. What was her name?
Sarah.
Yes.
She was just like us, but
She seems special.
Jasper, do we know about the mending?
None of you were planeswalkers during it.
Obviously not.
I'm gonna say Merrick was definitely not.
So, it's probably not.
But well, it's like, but I did make that knowledge roll on Sarah. I actually know about her, right?
You do know that planeswalkers, for some reason, used to be way stronger. You don't know what what exactly the delineation
But like,
is.
and because I've trained with Teferi, I know who the fuck Urza is, unfortunately.
Yeah, like, you know that, like, back in the day, planeswalkers used to be, like, you know, leveling continents
They used
and
to be
crafting
gods.
pocket dimensions.
the problem with everything that's going on is we're like diet planeswalkers. There's something about our sparks and the time period that we're alive that holds back our strength compared to what older planeswalkers used to have. If you remember the stories of Urza leveled an entire civilization. He started an ice age on Dominaria. So the idea that these two individuals on her plane were planeswalkers that are so strong they're rivaled as gods means if we ever did have to go take care of that, we would be in for a fight that we have no idea. Also, I may have had a talk with the avatars of Toxic before I got turned back into, well, me. They gave me a name of somebody who met them before. And this guy going around and trying to figure things out, it really does feel like something he'd talk to the avatars of Toxic about if he knew they existed. I think I might know his name. Ozen.
Jasper?
Yeah?
Seren is going to look deep into her tea, watch the tea leaves, and her eyes are going to glow, and she's going to use legend lore upon the name Ozen.
Can I assist her with that?
Unfortunately
It is a
not.
spell.
This is a self spell. Go ahead, cast legend lore.
Goldhall, thank you for the raid.
Oh, sure.
Hello. Thank you for the raid. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, raid time. I'm about to look into some shit.
Well. I hope you're all proud of yourselves.
I mean, we don't get much. You got to figure, we came from an arc where we were just doing a lot of combat. Having roleplay has actually not been too bad. And I'm a person who's not really a roleplayer.
But I'm a paladin. I want to smite something.
Nah, I'm having fun talking.
I am having a lot of fun talking, but I also
really
want to
fun.
smite something.
We're filling up the blanks because my character sheet is taking so fucking long.
Bamf, got it. Yeah, we did learn a lot. At least I actually know at least we actually know the name of your plane now.
Yeah, and we know that if Merrick and Sypha go to that plane,
Currently go back to her plane, it would be bad.
it'd be a shit show. Oh man.
As you cast legend lore,
Oh God, is are the five of us all just actually connected?
I'm so sorry. I don't have legend lore. I'm so sorry. It's not legend lore, it's divination.
You used to have legend lore because of
Yeah. I need to figure out a way to get that again. Give me a scroll. Give me a spell. Give me a scroll.
so divination requires.
I know you had like a weird way of doing divination.
Divination refers to a specific goal, event, or activity. So phrase your request in the form of a question relating to one of those things.
Can I ask where Ozen is going to be? No. Can I ask of Ozen's plot?
Make a sanity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Is that a D20?
There should be a sanity saving throw.
There's a sanity. Yeah, it's on the character sheet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Here, just ignore that. Unless you want to keep that, and I'll just add to it.
Consensus? What do we think? That's a 5. I want to keep it.
I know you want to keep it, but no, there actually is a sanity saving throw. I would be fair in this.
I would say reroll.
Hey,
It's a 14.
It's a 14.
that's above average.
I think that's maybe. I think average is like 15.
No, average is 11.
With a 14, after casting this divination, you are once again thrust back into the void. That pit of stars that you've become so familiar with in times of terror, in times of crisis. You see that figure standing before you. But this time, he turns to face you, his face shrouded in shadow.
Jasper. Sorry, real quick. She gets an extra +3 to that roll. Or protection, baby. Calden's around.
He speaks to you. You have questions, Starchild. You wish to know my intent. Why?
I could never figure you out. None of us could. Why Amirius? Why my home?
It was the only place to stay away from the multiverse.
What were you running from?
I am running no longer. When you arrive, I shall bring about the endless night. And then we will have silence. The only silence that matters.
What will happen if they come home?
There is no if. I do not need to tell you about the reins of destiny.
What is destiny to one who has none?
As you say this, the vision begins to fade again, and you're back where you stand. Sit, it's better to say.
I could almost get a read on him. I need a different spell.
From your reaction, I assume that was bad news.
What are we walking into?
He prophesizes that when everybody arrives upon Amirius,
So he essentially, he's expecting us. He expects me, Sypha, Paxir, and the other three to show up.
The endless night.
it will bring about the endless night. I fear.
Oh,
No. It's stupid.
I'm going to ask, what are you thinking?
It could be a metaphor or it could be literal. He could,
Sorry.
by eternal darkness, he could mean he will officially destroy his son once and for all.
So
By blotting out the sun, essentially.
we'd be helping, right? To be fair, the sun god doesn't seem like the nicest of people.
And then, in her defense, neither does the moon god.
I fear the repercussions of him destroying our son. The moon and sun god are quite literally sealed away within the sun and moon. Part of me wonders if he means he will literally blow up the sun and cast us into an age of darkness.
I don't think planeswalkers were that strong. I don't know. Wait, is it Ozen? Well, bonus. I know somebody that knows them.
What was he doing with... I have inferred that Sarah's son?
Yeah?
What kind of planeswalker was Sarah? Perhaps we can infer what kind he is, since she is quite literally his blood.
Well, if the domains of Sarah on Dominaria have anything to do with it, then she's literally able to make angels. To be able to gift that kind of power is nothing, to say the least. But she also created an entire sanctum.
It occurs to Seren, Merrick, Calden, and Farah that you have met an angel who took the name Sarah.
Sarah Miles.
Son of a bitch.
We always thought it was Sheriff, but it was Sarah.
Sheriff Sarah Miles.
Do you think she will know of a... Would she
And
be willing to part with a way to kill a god of that magnitude?
She's fought him.
Yeah.
We know from the vision that she's... to Calden says,
well, she would be willing to share anything. She's met him.
She survived him.
Yeah. I think it looks more like she let him live. Let's be real.
Other way around.
Sorry, he let her live. So we know that the avatars of Toxic and Sarah Miles have both met Ozen. So we at least have insider knowledge if we're to go up against him. Kind of sounds like it might be unavoidable, judging from what you just told us.
And it sounds like we're going to make a visit to a few planes.
I've killed one god, what's a second? But we may want to get some rest. We do have a gala tomorrow.
I'll enjoy more of that crap.
Put on your Sunday bests. Whatever the fuck that means.
that term wouldn't exist in this world.
You don't know that.
That's true.
Right, with everything.
It'd be
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday,
No,
Thursday,
Monday,
Friday.
Moose Day, Men's Day, Mern's Day, My Day, Matter Day, Monday,
Fry's Day.
Monday.
Who's gonna tell him that Lucia doesn't have days of the week?
While we're taking on our final rest, I'd actually like to speak to Malgan.
Funny, I just wanted to talk to Seren.
Funny,
Perfect.
I wanted to, never mind, carry
Move
on.
on.
let Calden and Malgan talk first. I actually gotta step away.
As Calden sits down, like at a table, and Malgan and him are just like chatting, shooting the shit a little bit. Calden actually says,
So Merrick and Seren are connected. Me and Seren are connected. Does this guy have any legends on your plane? Do you have any idea? You know a lot of stories, right?
DM,
help.
help.
Go ahead and make a history check.
Because like I know you're from Kaldheim, right? Where like there's gods and a tree that lets you travel around the places.
History wasn't my favorite course, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it. That asshole.
Oh God.
You heard something from that one dwarf guy who recited a poem for 3 days and 3 nights.
No, but you know what? I know with Malgan's luck, he didn't hear it on his home plane. He heard it somewhere else.
You know Coldheim is a very old and storied place, where chronicles of legends are everywhere, preserved for all time. All this talk about this ancient planeswalker of the moon, this bringer of the endless night, reminds you of a story about a shadow, but darker. Long ago, during a previous Doomscar, there was a being. No name, no face. But he was able to halt the collision known as the Doomscar, wielding shadow as a weapon. Or shadow is the closest approximation to what he did.
Oh.
As soon as the Doomscar had ended or had been overcome, he vanished. It's hard to say with a story this old how long ago it exactly was, since time immemorial extends for who knows how long.
Okay. So then yes.
I guess the real question breaks down to where has he not been at this point? What's your take on all this?
Jasper, is it safe to say that if he was there, it was a very long time ago?
It was a very long time ago.
Okay.
Centuries, millennia even. But if dwarves of Axgard are to preserve anything, it's stories.
Lore!
How else are we going to have our competitions?
What's your take on all this?
I think sending the other two there sounds like a bad idea. And judging from everything that's been said, it seems we might be better to wait this out. That our two friends seem to be two pieces in a puzzle that no one started putting back together yet. And might be better for us to wait for him to start putting those pieces together.
I think if we are to go to Amarius anytime soon, we should each confront the knowledge that we have. I could not imagine what it's like to face Urza. I have only faced somebody who's faced him. And that guy isn't alive anymore. Because he was so battered and beaten, he couldn't even beat the willpower of somebody he is primed as a vessel. Gix.
Oh.
Gix primed another me to be a vessel for him. And he was so weakened after his fight with Urza, he couldn't keep control for somebody who is primed. If this guy's on any level like that, we need as much prep time as we can get. Might actually be the fight that kills me. You know,
I can't believe that.
Why?
Because you live on in story.
This
You'll
one
never die.
This one will stick.
Yeah, this bubble will stick.
I don't know about you. I've been stabbed in the back multiple times, blown up, bashed, stabbed, thrown off of fell off of a train, shot by arrows and bullets, hit by a cannonball, ripped to shreds, turned into a Phyrexian. One of these is gonna stick eventually.
You fought at least 2 avatars?
I have fought in total 3 gods. One of my other selves had a run in that I don't want to talk about.
One more shouldn't be a problem.
This is gonna suck.
Maybe we get you a title afterwards, God Slayer.
No, I feel like if I ever go down in history, it's probably because I'm going to combine with the world soul of some plane and become the Chronos soul.
Calden leans in to Malkin because he whispers it this kind of low. He goes,
obviously, you can tell I'm not human anymore. I'm still connected to the avatars in some way.
So then what are you?
I never truly had them fix me. I will always be a paradox. Because honestly,
as he looks at you and Farah, Merrick, and Seren,
you taught me I'm okay as who I am. As long as I protect those who can't protect themselves and make sure that my time now belongs to the 4 of you, I can die happy.
It's not too quick.
I as I pulled up a picture of the master of the race cars and shit like that. What is it? Master of Fortune. I'm like, I have no doubt that this guy's gonna slug me straight in the face.
And I hope he does, and I'm there to see it.
Because that guy's gonna want to fight me, and I don't know why, but I know he's going to want to. But that's it. Calden just really wanted Merrick's opinion on this. Malgin's opinion on this whole thing and see where he stood and see if he actually knew anything. But now, short of Farah, every single one of us is connected to this asshole in some way, shape, or form. Or at least our plane or us is connected to him in some way.
I'd say y'all way more than me, but...
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Little do you know, he started your family. your family line.
He just rolls him and is like, hello, great-great-grandson.
We're like cousins. No.
I recall
my cousin from another plane.
So someone wanted to talk with Seren, I recall.
I did.
Yeah.
All right. So, probably know either way. Basically, Merrick wants to address the fact that she had wants to address the fact that she had the urge to kill him.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he was not going to let that slide.
Yeah.
He's not going to be angry with you. He's not angry.
So, you wanted to stab me?
Seren is currently sitting on the bed. She's drank her tea and now she is kind of running her hands along a crystal that has a bunch of holes drilled into it. You've seen her wield these within her staff as a focus. And you've seen her make one of these, or I don't know if you would have seen her do the thing.
Thing?
That planeswalkers probably shouldn't do, where she leaves one on each plane.
Oh, I remember
That's fine.
No, that's not
star maps of every plane that she's been to.
That's fine.
What you recall it. But she's running her hands over one and she kind of looks up as you approach.
Oh. Not going to be an easy way to go around this. But I'm just going to bring this up now. So, you wanted to kill me. Am I understanding that right?
I'm sorry. When
the Atonia?
And the realization, really, that night on Toxic, when we were all sleeping in sleeping bags around his crew, when we were underground, I believe, I got one of my first visions.
Oh, you're talking about that time. All right.
When I had realized that you contained a piece of him.
That was when you got the urge. That's when you thought possibly maybe to end me, to, in a sense, protect yourself, for one, and your plane. Am I understanding that right? Understand. I harbor no animosity. I understand my decision has not just affected me, it has affected the group as a whole.
Merrick, you need to stop saying it's just your fault, because it's not.
Hell, isn't it? I could have let that things just stay there.
I urged you to take it. I
And
told you that
choice.
if you really wanted to, you should do as your heart desires and take it.
Right. And at the time, that version of me craved power because he had lost everything. I made a mistake. Let it be known. The end all be all choice ended with me. Whether you see it as your fault on yourself or fault on me, it doesn't change the fact that I'm still here and now, and I do have control over this item. How long that'll stay, I don't know. But I can say this. If this thing tries to start running out of control, I will take it with me before I let it take any of you. I see you have a comment, Bill. Go ahead, say it.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Seren, understand. Please do not feel any different again towards me. I do not feel any different towards you. I've been, for the past 5 years, I have known nothing but pain, grief. I don't even know the feeling of home. I don't even have hell. All I know is the name of where we used to live. I don't even know where it is. But I'm not going to let that rule me, and I'm not going to walk away. I'm not going to hide. I will meet that fate head on, just like the wolf I am.
I regret that I was part of the interaction. That was you taking this heart.
I understand that.
And my first instinct
was in a sense to kill me. I honestly don't blame you. People still view me as a monster. People who don't know me. Hell, for the longest time before I met you, Alden, Farah, I never used my wolf powers at all. I refused to acknowledge it. I basically thought it never existed. And now, I've embraced it. Believe me. Please do not beat yourself up about this. At the end of the day, the decision was mine. And at the time, I was power hungry. I will say, do I think I made the right choice? Probably not. But the power I have now, I will use it to protect you. And if we go to your plane, I will absolutely use it to protect you and your people from this, whatever the hell this person is, god, demigod, monster, if you want to use that term. But right now, I think let's help Scythe out. Let's get this plane, in a sense, I guess, in a better position. I honestly don't know anymore with this plane. I really don't know. But for now, let's face the issue we have at hand. And let's just, if you trust me enough, let's meet Destiny head on. Together as a group.
She's going to take your hands in hers, and she's going to press her forehead to the back of your hands. And stay like that for a few minutes before looking back up at you. Yes.
To hear.
Would you do you truly think you truly think you'd have it in your heart to forgive me if I'm their leader next in line? Would you ever truly be able to forgive me if I had to choose them?
Merrick actually does think for a second. Yes, I will be able to forgive you. I don't harbor any resentment, ill will, none of that towards you. How can I harbor any resentment to a person, to a group that has helped me find myself again, that made me realize I'm not a monster? If you pick them, I will 100% understand and support your decision. Your life is yours to live. You make your own choices, as I have made mine, as we all have. So don't let that hesitation rule your life.
I truly do love you, Merrick Voltage. You are a dear friend who I've grown to love and to trust. I will do everything within my power to free you from this curse that I've inflicted upon you, that we've inflicted upon you. If things go awry,
Believe me,
I'm grateful to have had you as my friend.
I can say the same to you. I honestly will say this from the bottom of my heart, as I may be, you see me as always the cold-hearted, stone-faced person. There is no other group I would rather be diving straight into hell with. I'm gonna punch you, Bill, I swear to God.
Oh no, that was just a fat around my heart constricting.
All lovely things.
Merrick is genuine in this. Like, he used to be, like you guys know, Merrick used to be stone heart, everything. He was genuine and saying, like, I will 100%, like, he is ready to die for this group.
Almost makes me feel bad. Promise?
You son of a bitch.
She presses her lips to the back of his hand, and he feels a couple tears fall upon the back of his hand, too. And she stands up and kind of gives a smile. Let's make sure that never happens then, yeah?
It's the same to you.
That's my job.
Shut up.
Guys, the Chekhov's gun isn't even sitting above the fireplace anymore.
Did everybody talk to who they wanted to talk to?
Pretty much.
Okay. My only conversation left would be with Seren, but we can easily do that another time. Do you want to have that conversation?
I'm down to talk.
I mean, we are in a roleplay section right now.
Realistically,
I'm here to play for 2 hours. I'm here for
Welcome to Magic The Dungeoning, episode 16 of season 2.
We finally have
2.5 hours of uninterrupted roleplay.
Hey, you think I'm bitching about
Calden's thing for right now, because he wants everybody to get rest
Ain't
because
gotta
of
do shit.
this gala we have to get to. Realistically, he just says, "Are you okay? Or at least, will you be okay enough to continue on?" Muted. You're muted.
I know what I must do if I fail. And now I know the direction that we're pointed in. The paths are clear for the first time in, gosh, days. Feels like weeks. I will heal. I have to.
As we all do. He pats you on the shoulder because he doesn't. Yeah, it's just the because he does not know how to. He's just like, I was almost your bouncer and bodyguard in that club, and had to pretend, and that was weird for Calden. I've never had to pretend flirt with anybody. Hell, I don't even know if I flirted with anyone in ever.
Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, it's it's tough to explain.
We should. It's not of the efficiency of a song bearer, but you did well for a first try.
It's more so of I pretended to be with you so that he would leave you alone.
Oh, I know. And if that is the best way you felt like that was to make it look like that was happening, you will get better.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. The next time, I'm just going to deck him. It's so much easier.
I can quite defend myself. Remember, I have plenty of creatures that I can summon that are always ravenous.
You see both of Calden. I fully believe that there are 3 Caldens that make up Calden the best. And you see his eyes turn both gray as he leans in towards you and he just says, "Oh, don't worry. They'll have to get through quite a thick wall to get to you." And as he,
hair.
and as you do that, his eyes turn completely black and he just goes, "Touch me again and I swear to God."
Oh, that's interesting. Can I have an insight check on that?
That was called incomplete.
Oh.
His eyes go back to gray and green and he just goes, "I forgot I can't let that guy out." Yeah.
Never again. Seren just goes, "Oh, lesson learned," except the only thing she'll ever learn.
No, you're fine. You could ruffle my hair. Quite frankly, I enjoyed it. He did it, but that's because he's an asshole.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little surprised he's still there. There was a part of me that the urge to lash was very strong for but a moment.
Something that you all taught me, and I look at Merrick, most importantly him, taught me, is that every part of me is who I am. And those 3 parts are just the ones that make up me the most. You, Merrick, and Farah affected the first one of the copies of me that will forever know what it's like to have to be beside himself. He looks at Malgan. You met with the one who didn't know how to be alone. And all 5 of you have dealt with, all 4 of you. Oh no, all 5 of you have dealt with Calden who was doing the right thing in his eyes, just for the wrong reasons and in the wrong way. None of me was bad, just a lot of me was misunderstood. That's why I didn't have the avatars change me. I'm fine, just the way I am.
You have always been a very beautiful stained glass window.
I'm fragile, please don't drop me.
Before you resembled a shattered Mia, but you've come together nicely. And
Oh
your
my
colors shine through
goodness.
brilliantly.
Yeah, Calden's crystal, like crystalline gauntlet, shines red, green, and white for a hot second. And he goes,
Yep. And he really did care about all of you. He misses you guys a lot.
He needn't miss us. He's right here.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And hey, as far as Ozen's considered, if he wants to get to you, he's got to go through me.
and he looks at Merrick, Malgan, and Farron, and he says, the same thing goes for the three of you.
You know, the sickest part is, as a wry, kind of nervous smile appears on her lips. They were but untouchable gods before. But now,
We hope that hasn't changed.
they're just planeswalkers.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
And you see a hardness in her eyes.
What are you so afraid of?
Hear this. Gods don't bleed, after all. And she kind of gives you a nod, and she walks away.
He looks at her and goes, I'm not a god, damn it.
Turn to walk away. A very flustered Clive bursts through the front door.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, the hot mechanic guy?
Yeah, he's like, "Oi, Cypher, hide! Bad news."
Oh shit! I used my free divination for the day.
No.
As she's running by me, I cast protection from evil and good on her.
She perks up, says, "Shit," and her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, no, I lied. I cast non-detection on her.
Ooh.
Ruh-roh, what do we got?
So, good news, bad news. Good news is your invitation's arrived.
Bad news?
Clive goes to open the door.
Oh, shit.
Oh fuck!
It's
And
the fucking master of ceremonies, isn't
As the door opens, I need everyone to make a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Oh, son of a
No.
it? No.
bitch.
Nope.
it a-
Hold on. Reaction, channel divinity, watcher's will. Make it with advantage instead.
Make it neutral.
Remember to add my charisma modifier to the roll.
I will neutral.
It's a what saving throw?
Wisdom.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, I'm proficient in that.
And actually, DM,
oh, no.
I have, as my Fey ancestry, I have advantage on saving throws against being charmed. So that actually means I still get advantage in the end because it was known. Then neutral, now advantage.
I got a 6. I
Order of
failed.
operations, baby. PEMDAS.
I have a 13 total.
All right, I need a roll from Seren.
27.
You have a 30.
I have a 30.
Damn.
Merrick, Calden.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the feeling of, I guess, butterflies in your stomach?
Oh, it's from the bitch in the white coat, ain't it?
Merrick, no.
It's gotta.
funny.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Me, IRL, yes, I
It's
know.
gotta be.
you're
It's
talking
gotta
about.
be the master of the facade.
But Merrick himself, no.
It's so weird to describe feeling in this pit of your chest. As a person walks in through the front door, causing Clive to just kind of stand back and take up a less than casual posture. You see
Everyone, Jojo pose.
Yeah, what a bad feeling about this.
a man
A man?
walk through the door. However, man doesn't seem to do it justice. The term feels too simple, too plain. Like this is greater.
this? Okay, so it's a man. So judging by that description, it's either curio, fortune, or ceremony. It's got to be one of the masters.
As he walks in, he says, "You were not very easy to track down, but I've got your invitations." As this gentleman rolls into the room.
Oh no! It's Sypha's dad.
Boogie woogie woogie.
But also, what?
Typo.
I'm sorry, Jasper. I purposely failed that check. No. You should have told me he looked like that. What's up?
I will say, when I heard that a good friend of mine, Kefkin, was passing on invitations to someone called the Titans, I just had to hand deliver them.
Jasper, absolutely right now, divine sense.
Undead.
Undead.
Vampire, specifically.
Phenomenal. Okay, normally I don't get to know that, but thank you. Oh, wait. You know the type, celestial fiend or undead, of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. You can also detect the presence of any place or object. Okay.
Yo, where did
So he's
Cypher go?
undead.
She's hiding.
She hid and I cast non-detection on her.
Oh.
I didn't want her to get spotted. If Clive is yelling, "Yo, Sypha, hide," that's bad.
He has a point.
Thank you for delivering the invitations. You are.
Oh, how rude of me. Kelvos Van Tier, Master of Ceremonies on Lucia. It's not every day you get to meet a friend of a friend.
I walk up to shake his hand.
Go ahead.
Can you, or are you gonna like do the Sims thing where you see him freak out and faint?
Calden does get like, I guess the thing that Calden would be like expressing here with the butterflies in his stomach.
As you get closer, that buzzing feeling in you gets stronger and stronger, almost overwhelming. Like you're getting too close to a flame.
Is this the disease?
It's a magical effect.
Okay, all right. Just curious.
I shoot him with my 50 cal I just now decided I have.
Malkin just pulls a Glock out of his beard.
The rest of you see Calda. You see
That's why he's braided so nicely. There's a Glock in each.
Calden noticeably sweats.
The rest of you see Calden like walk up almost a bit too fast, like he's really excited.
And I think Calden even like as he extends his hands, like, what the hell is going on?
He takes it. Are you wearing your armor right now?
Yes.
Okay, and he gives you a firm shake, and with his other hand, he presses the envelopes to your chest.
You feel you're wearing armor, bro, and you look like you're wearing a suit.
Yeah. Oops.
The spell made you do it. It's great. Oh my god, he knows.
As his hand
Of course
distorts
he knows.
to conform around a gloved hand instead of a bare hand.
Did he say what his name was?
Kelvos von Tier. And we know that Sypha is Sypha von Kelvos. This is her father.
Okay, but he gave us his name, right?
Yes. The handout Jasper gave us also had his name on it, unfortunately.
Because Seren knows that a little bit that she's like, okay, jig is up a little bit, but let's make sure that other things don't go noticed. She's going to also walk forward and she's going to look him in the eye and offer out her hands as well for a handshake. You must be of grave importance to know Kefkin.
No, you've got it backwards. Kefkin's of great importance to know me.
Oh.
Can Calden immediately be over this effect because now he's already sick of this guy?
As you walk away, the effect dissipates and you can breathe
I actually become
again.
kind of sick. I'm just like, oh.
What's your pot? Mostly his effect is not working on her, is what she's like looking him in the eye.
Who are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen me everywhere.
Ah, on the picture boards.
Oh yes, along with my 4 compatriots and a mutual friend, I take it. He told me that you were travelers from a far-off land. The journey to the grand central city is not an easy one. So I appreciate the visit. All to see... what have you seen so far? How do you like the city? Everyone having a good time, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We explored your club where Kefkin was dancing, and he told us of a grand gala that he wanted us to attend.
Calden, you were handed 5 envelopes.
To be quite honest, we haven't seen much of your city, and we do hope to fit in and join in on the festivities.
He seems to shrug and give it a... Well, I do have a matter of influence around here. I could give you a tour if you'd like.
How kind of you. You don't quite even know us yet.
You know Kefkin, and he has been nothing but a charming young lad ever since he got here.
I am insight checking the fuck out of him.
Yeah, as am I.
I believe him.
No, I believe
Did
him.
you get low score too?
I believe him, but it's more so of I want to know how much I think he knows about us. He knows everything.
Calden, you get the sense that, he really likes Kefkin. He's happy to have him.
Shit.
Happy to know him.
I can't still.
Although, you also get the sense he's excited to get to know you all, too.
I want to see if he knows Sypha's in the room.
How do you prompt this?
I am watching his. I assume this would still be the insight check. I'm watching his eyes, and I'm wanting to see if he was able to. Because with her 20-something perception, I'm sure that she sees where Sypha hid away at least, and I want to see if I can get the sense that he is looking for her, or if he's has located a hidden person within the room.
He seems entirely focused on you 5.
I kind of hid her as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, did it work?
Oh, you know what? I almost forgot.
Also, here are his 10 bodyguards.
Nice.
Was that for
Farah.
Okay.
Oh, for Farah.
She failed.
Farah also gets that feeling.
If only she were here to
She would have
roleplay
a
being
15.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
What other events are we to attend if...
Oh,
were to
wait,
go with
Jasper,
you?
does this affect her mind?
It's in a charm-like effect.
She has advantage, doesn't she, due to her divine blessing?
Oh, no, that's only if people are trying to learn things about her, not influence.
Got it. Okay.
No, that's me.
That is you. Okay.
I'm me, and ain't nothing gonna change that.
Malgan be like, I'm a male. I'm a man. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
How do we get in contact with you if we do indeed want to see more of these events with you?
Don't worry. I'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Oh, did I pass or fail?
Malgan,
Oh, wait, no, it was a 22.
You passed.
Yeah. Would I have passed with a 19? I know that.
Oh, with a 19? Oh, no, it was a 22. I'll tell you
I
passed
know.
with a 22.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wanted to know.
Give Plex my regards, by the way. It's been a while since I've had a chance to go to one of their parties.
Their
Us-
parties?
Yes. They have a way about doing things. You know, how pixies can be.
Exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. I don't say that out loud. That was out of character.
Oh, okay.
And then, just as strangely as he enters, he leaves. And that weight in your chest, Calden, lifts slowly. And it gets easier to breathe.
As he leaves, Calden just goes,
I did not like the way that felt. Everyone else okay?
It seems that he had you under a charm.
No. If it was a charm, it would have been fine.
It was like a
had butterflies.
want. A desire comes to mind.
I am just learning more
Not
and
in
more.
any
I hate this
specific
place.
capacity.
the two guys who just shared the intimate moment where both of the guys are like, ooh.
That's how we
Calden-
want this plane better.
Yeah, Calden's like,
I hope I didn't affect everybody too badly.
I take one of the letters from you and open it.
I assume the names on them are Malgan, Farah, Seren, and Merrick.
They're all addressed to
Calden.
the Titans.
Okay.
That means Kefkin hasn't given away too much of our personal information.
That also means he didn't say anything about Sypha, which means she can't come with us.
Yeah. Well,
At
she- I
least-
don't think she- he doesn't know that she was here, thankfully. After I'm gonna be listening with my high passive perception to hear until he's like completely gone, and then I'll tell Sypha she can come out.
You don't so much hear it as you do feel it. The sort of warm pressure upon your
Jasper.
person lifts.
Going back to how I was feeling, do I think I would have been able to attack him if I wanted to?
Oh, heavens, no.
Okay. All right. That's
Scary thought.
yeah. Calden's like, Calden even thinks to himself, he's like, I don't know if I could have fought him.
You
wanna
couldn't
interject.
muster much of anything
You're
other
telling me I
than the
wouldn't have
desire
worked, but I
to
couldn't.
know him, follow him, give him attention.
I do not like the way that felt. But I think at the
Hopefully-
same time I did.
Veering on obsession, almost.
Hopefully now, though, he won't be as brazen and will be more cautious. As
Could
two
hope.
of us were not affected. He knows he cannot simply bend us to his will so easily.
I would have spit shined his shoes. What are you talking about?
Sypha walks around the corner. And just safely and cautiously. Seren, I wouldn't get ahead of yourself. That was him testing the waters.
He's even more powerful then.
If he wanted to be.
Oh, by the way,
Great, he's an even bigger asshole than I thought.
also, he's a full-fledged vampire.
We knew this.
I'm sorry, he's what?
Yeah, full-fledged.
I think we knew this.
I'm gonna have fun fighting him if I get the chance.
Well, it's so like,
werewolf baby.
well, so the thing is, I didn't detect anything else, correct?
Not anything else.
Okay. So Calden's like, oh yeah, by the way, just a vampire.
Okay, good. Are you all right, Sypha?
Fine. Just... He's getting awfully brazen these days.
Did he not used to walk the square?
Either that or he's bored.
Great, we're just fun little playthings for him. That's awesome to hear.
That's everyone on this plane. You're just new playthings to him.
I think we should all probably get some rest.
For that, I'd like to comment.
Go ahead.
I think we only need 5 tickets to get all 6 of us in.
Oh?
Plus one.
If I remember properly, one of us has a cool invisibility trick.
Farah does. Farah can turn invisible.
You just kind of see Farah kind of listlessly looking off in the direction of the doorway until you say her name, and she's like,
Oh yeah, because Farah failed to save too, didn't she?
oh yeah.
Puppy eyes, Farah.
Shannon says you're in the room. I want to let you know you fell in love with the vampire daddy.
Wait, what was the saying?
It was a wisdom saving throw. I gave you a +3 and advantage. You still failed.
I know she knows exactly the kind of ability she was thinking of, and you tried it earlier, but it was like wrong thing.
No. She's like, what saving throw was it? I said wisdom. She goes, I'm not proficient in those.
You had no shot,
Accurate.
sweetheart. To be fair, most people
Calden,
don't.
I was about to say, I thought you said charisma saving throw, and I'm like, ooh, Calden's got a +9.
I know it's some kind of charm effect because Seren gets advantage when resisting charm effects.
It is at base a charm effect. And then
Calden's-
something else.
By the way, I will throw it up in chat. What Calden used was called Watcher's Will. The way I say that it happens is Calden displaces you in time for the instant the ability is supposed to take effect.
Nice.
Use your channel ability to invest your presence with the warding power of your faith, i.e., time. That says as an action, not a reaction. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I'll allow it this
But-
once.
But as an action, you can choose a number of creatures you can see within 30 feet of you, up to a number equal to your charisma modifier, minimum 1 creature. For 1 minute, you and the chosen creatures have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Calden is the go on, make them take it.
I don't think
know
he
you
has
will,
to
please
make
don't.
you do anything.
Please don't tell me I'm auto affected by him the next time I see him. That would be real scummy. Anyway,
Start getting disadvantage every time now.
He's at his strongest with all of the other 4.
so now I need to take down the other 4.
You'll see.
We also
Great.
must
Alright.
be careful now. He knows that we're here. Thus, if the other 4 start disappearing.
Oh, he's gonna know.
I think it's part of the reason he gave out the invitations.
He wanted to see what he was up against.
And to know the faces of the people who may or may not pose a threat.
Cocky bastard.
I honestly don't know
Sounds
how
like someone
we're
else
going
would
to go
know.
about this.
We do what we need to do. We're trying to take out a table. You knock out the 4 legs. We've got 1 leg already secured, ready to be pulled away on a rope. So all we need to do is knock out the other 3. Let's go meet Plex and see what we can do. But first,
Right.
everybody go the fuck to sleep.
Dish KP with the raid. Thank you. Thanks, KP. How was Magic?
Hey.
Or Zelda, whatever you were
Hey.
playing.
Hello.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
So, before we go to bed, I have one more high level spell slot because my first one was free.
Sure.
Can I use divination one more time for the night and
Uh,
try to predict and see how he is going to track us and find us within the next 7 days?
Whom are you referring to?
The king. Pelvos, the master of ceremonies. He said that he would be able to find us, and whenever he wants to find us, he'll be able to. I want to know how he intends to find us within the next 7 days.
As you cast the spell. You see through a red tinted or rose tinted mirror the faces of your allies, Calden and Merrick.
Do I see Farah in there too?
As well, yes.
What about mine and Malgan's?
Strangely, Malgan is omitted from this.
What am I being omitted from?
Him being able to see you in a rose glass mirror. And myself?
You were not present.
What about Sypha?
Also not present.
If you failed his save, he's got a constant tracking device on you.
Rip.
That is what Bill is inferring. Sorry.
It sounds like it.
Am I just seeing him in the mirror, or do I see anything in the room around?
As if you're looking through his eyes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We need devices that will hide us from scrying magic.
I mean, I have that. I can't do it forever.
If
You know what? I will throw the spell in chat. It lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, and it targets a creature, a place, or an object.
So you can do one creature at a time.
Which means I could do 2 people, because I only have 2 spell slots.
Which would count for you two and Farah. Anyone who's fallen under his spell.
The 3 of you.
I have an idea, though no one's going to like it.
Let him find me. I'll freaking end him.
The same thing, but me.
Huh?
No.
When we come down to the final fight, I will cast non-detection on the 2 of them. I can be bait. He comes to find me. The rest of you hide in ambush. And then we ambush him.
That's good for if we can actually get him into a fight, but my father's smart. He's only, ruled over Lucia for 9 centuries. We're not the first rebel group.
We will be the last.
We can hope, but we're already playing his game. If you don't show up to that gala, he'll know.
Oh, we're going.
What are the chances of us being able to surprise all of them in one space?
If my experience, the famed 5 don't get along too terribly well. Only some of them are in the same place at one time.
Once we destroy one, it will be immediately known who and what we are will be paraded within the city that they control. And we will no longer be safe. Going one at a time may be disadvantage.
Going 2 at a time might be suicide.
Do you have any idea how strong they are, Sypha?
Plex is interesting, since that's where we're headed next. Not so much of a mage themselves, but they aren't called the Master of Curio for not having a vast and interesting collection.
So not magical, but has magical items.
Joy.
Awesome. We don't have a choice. We're taking Plex, at least by himself. Sorry, by themselves. The other 2 or 3. So the other 2, we could fight them head on each other, but I doubt the Master of Fortune and the Master of the Facade get along at all.
Oh, heavens no. Fel thinks that he's, uncouth. Is that how you put it, Yen? Yen just kind of nods.
We could. This is very dumb.
I'm all for dumb.
If we were to. What is the view of honorable combat and absorption of place? If we were to take out one, could we reinstate one of ourselves?
Yeah, that does seem kind of dumb, but it's also not a terrible idea.
Is there a way we can challenge their position of power, gain the titles, and we can slowly release the people section by section?
Maybe. But I've been thinking about this for a long time. Surrendering to that power, surrendering to the vibe, is surrendering yourself. You take the place, and who's to say you don't start fighting against us? Like Kefkin almost did.
How fast does the effect take hold?
I mean, you saw Colden.
I might also be a bad example.
More than taking the power, I guess the challenge of authority, challenging one's throne, isn't really a thing here.
The famed five are not won, they are chosen.
By your father.
Precisely. It's all about control.
If only there's a way we can neutralize that. But this will do. Forgive me as I overthink everything.
Once we take out Plex, we're going to have to move very quickly onto someone else before my father can instate another one.
How long does the process take?
Some could be instant, could be a while. One famed five, a master, isn't so easily chosen. I doubt he's a fool. I'm sure he has someone in mind. Maybe. But also, we could catch him by surprise. Maybe he underestimates you.
We could know a lot.
Yeah, actually we do.
Hydra, oh Hydra.
So, I guess we head to the gala. We don't really have much else to do.
Or we to head to the gala?
Oh, yeah, I figure we head to bed already.
We open and read those letters. Did we?
So on the outside of the envelope it says, Titans. And then the envelope says, you are cordially invited to the Master of Curios Gala of Intrigue and Artifice.
I'm going to get the shit knocked out of me by a robot, aren't I? A Met Gala robot at that.
The theme this year was...
What if we had a rogue plant a bomb in the Artificer factory? Arson. JK. We go to...
Continuing on.
Yeah.
Well.
Moving on.
So... Calden. Merrick.
Oh, God.
Shit.
As you try to find your way to a restful sleep, you wake up with a certain dream on the mind that you had.
I can't dream?
You're not a Kalashtar anymore. Don't hit me with that.
That would be the worst. I can't dream. Oh shit, you can't.
All according to Kikiku.
Guess who doesn't dream though?
Elves, I believe, can dream.
Like vision, sort of. It's a bit interesting.
Elves generally, when they sleep, or go into a meditative state. So yeah, they can still.
You get to talk to Avatar Roku and everything.
Okay, sorry for the interruption.
Your dream's full of him. Kelvos.
Yeah, they are.
You don't exactly remember what might have transpired during these visions, but you wake up feeling welcomed. Loved, almost.
Oh,
Relieved.
fuck no.
I hate this.
I hate all of this. Yeah, I am not a fan.
And Seren, during your vision, during your meditation, you ruminate on your divination with the Morasula.
I thought it was free.
The words, the endless night, bouncing around in your head, along with the, not so much the prediction, but the promise of the way that he spoke. I will bring about the endless night, and I will have silence. One of those could possibly relate to the sun god, and maybe he means to bring about an eclipse, dooming Amirius. But that doesn't quite make sense to you. And all the interaction shared amongst your friends, and of the history that you know of your own homeland. The moon god has only acted in defense, as in either protecting himself or protecting someone. If he wanted to doom Amirius, you'd think that he'd have done it. So, why now? What changed, if anything? Something to think about. But you all do gain the benefits of a long rest.
Okay, I thought this was going to be the dream spell, which, by the way, in one of the lines of text, creatures that don't sleep, such as elves, can't be contacted by the spell.
Good for her.
Yep.
Good for her.
Which means this is not the dream spell.
I have to beat Seren to death, but the rest of you can have really slutty dreams.
Calden wakes up and just like...
Merrick is literally, in his mind, just like, get me the fuck off this plane, get me off this plane.
Hey, Jasper.
Yeah.
Genuine question.
Yeah.
Since elves not being able to dream is actually Forgotten Realms lore, is that canon in your MTG lore?
Given that I've kept the way Fey Ancestry and the immunity to the sleep condition, yes.
Okay. I think it has something to do
Also,
with
it
Coralon,
makes...
but...
Yeah, it does. It makes sense in this context, too, at least specifically for Seren.
Yeah.
As a watcher. But anyway.
Oh,
Proverbially,
that's funny.
the metaphorical sun rises on your party. You gain the benefits of a long rest. And you have a gala to get to.
Jasper, it's funny. I looked up the spell sleep from Magic the Gathering. There is an elf asleep on that card.
God fucking wizards! Make up your mind!
I love that card.
Don't take my ability away from you guys. I'll beat you all up.
No, I just thought it was interesting because Sean said that. And I was like, we've actually never seen an elf asleep. Well, let me look up the card sleep. And I was like, oh, yeah, that guy on that card has got long and pointed ears. He is absolutely 1000% an elf.
Could be a half elf.
Both of those elves have long and pointy ears. They're both, well, there's 2 elves.
Good lord.
Half elves, I believe, are also immune to the sleep thing.
Yeah.
So. I don't think he should take it away from you either. I just thought it was
no. It's we're like freaking. It helped against the Atonia fight. I have to keep it.
It did. Also, Calden helped against the Atonia fight.
Whew, boy. Anyway, we'll have to hold that for next session, as I'd like everyone present for the main event of the night.
Oh, the battle against Plex.
2.5 hours of roleplay, my favorite session ever.
God, it literally was. Anyway.
Hey. Got character growth. You gotta have that balance, mate. You gotta have combat, but you gotta be able to. The characters you gotta give them personality.
Hey Jasper.
Yeah.
There is one thing I would have liked to have tried before we all went to sleep, actually, because Calden is now 5 color. He actually, as he talks to each person, attempts to transfer and see if they can use the paradox perfected.
Well, the fact that it requires attunement.
Okay,
possibly.
So I'll say this. I form a weapon that is appropriate to them and hand it to them and see if they can hold it. Is there anything that stops them?
From holding it? No.
Okay.
You can be disarmed, of course. It's just that you need to Thor's hammer it back to yourself. It's more so the other abilities that are of mate concern.
I'm just thinking of who gets this when I die.
If you die.
If you die.
When I die. Let's be realistic. One of these is gonna stick.
One of these days.
Or I might just stay here with the Master of Commerce or whatever it is.
Listen. If you guys diffuse the situation in a really cool way, I'm sure he'd love to have the company.
I think we need to kill the Hydra.
That's the idea, Merrick.
No, I like him straight up. Skip everybody.
Oh, I'm not talking. I am not talking in the literal sense.
The same route.
I am talking in the metaphorical sense. I am going to kill him.
Woo.
Do we need to make Met Gala models now?
No need.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, so you guys, I already made a Met Gala figure, and I'm going to put it in our Discord.
I had noticed you did.
Anyway.
I think we'll wrap it up there for tonight.
Yeah, I will see everyone next month. If nothing else bad happens to the Earth.
So next